Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, today we're looking at a knife restoration kit, and this is offered from Flitz. I've been a huge fan of Flitz products for many years, so I'll give you the quick backstory here. I'll lay this down. Way back in the day, way before YouTube even existed, I spent most of my time on knife forums and blade forums and all kinds of internet forums pertaining to my main hobby, knives. So one day comes along where I say to myself, okay, I collect knives and everything, but I have to learn how to maintain them. I knew the generic, way to take care of a blade and sharpen all that stuff from Boy Scouts, but I really wanted to dive headfirst into how do I get a screaming sharp edge on my knife? How do I keep it from rusting? How do I maintain it? Keep it lubricated, all that kind of stuff. So I started researching it, and I kept hearing people talk about Flitz. You gotta, get Flitz for this and Flitz for that. So I knew the company was, pretty popular from a lot of people, but I never actually bought any. I didn't see it in the store. Didn't, really buy anything online too much back then as far as like that goes. I did buy plenty of knives online, but couldn't find easily. And I remember there was a contest that was being held by Chuck Golnick. And very few people watching this video is going to know who Chuck Golnick is, but he's like the father of ballad songs. That's old school ballad song guy. He had an awesome site back in the day, and awesome with the ballad song and very knowledgeable. Chuck Golnick is, like I said, one of the founding fathers of ballad songs, and it's funny because a couple people watching this video is like, damn, yeah, I remember Chuck, or I still talk to Chuck. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him or heard from him in many years. I was just a teenager when I was talking to him. But anyway, so Chuck was holding a contest. It was a storytelling contest. And you basically had to come up with a fictional story pertaining to an FHM, Filipino handmade ballad song, right? So I did this contest, wrote this big story, and I remember coming in like either second or third place. And the prize was a bottle, or it wasn't a bottle, it was actually a tube about yay long of Flitz metal polish. And I could not be more happy. I finally got some Flitz. I use that stuff for everything. I use it to sharpen my knives. I use it on my strops. I use it to clean my blades, especially old slip joints and stuff that I was buying at garage sales. I clean them all up. Awesome products. I still swear by it. I still actually have that tube. Although it looks like an old tube of toothpaste and it's all beat up and there's only a little bit left in it, I still have that. That was very cool. I remember how proud I was to have won that prize. So anyway, you don't care about any of that. You care about this thing, right? So what we have here is Flitz brand restoration kit, which is pretty cool. So we have 3 different items in here. The first item is some break-free and a very cool applicator, which once I break this open, we'll talk more about. Then you get a sharpening stone from DMT, and I believe this is a fine stone by the looks of it. And you get some Flitz polish. This is the liquid version as opposed to the paste. I'm used to the paste, so it'll be interesting to see how this stuff works. But let me break into this, and and also on the back there is a cleaning cloth as well. So I'm gonna open this up, get it all spread out, and we're gonna talk about this stuff. All right, so here it is. Huge, nice, thick microfiber cloth with the big Flitz logo in there. We get the paper here. I don't know if this has the dimensions on it. Yeah, it does. 16 by 16 inches, which is awesome. So yeah, perfect little workspace. It's actually a great little thing to put down just to put all your stuff on so you don't get your table all dirty and greasy and stuff. Also, it might be good for working on guns, cleaning those as well. So anyway, here's the products. We have some break-free. Okay, I love this this setup here, this applicator. So we have a tube, obviously. It's going to be easy to squeeze, so you can squeeze it right out. Okay, very thin, pliable, squeezable bottle here. And it is refillable. You can take it apart and refill it with whatever you want once it's empty. But the biggest deal here is that needle applicator, which is awesome. I have this one on my Tough Glide lubricant, which I usually prefer, although break-free is also awesome. Lubricates and protects as well as cleans, so a lot of fans of break-free. But that needle applicator is going to be huge into getting into all those tight little spots, more specifically the pivot section on your folding knives, okay? And even more specifically, this really comes in handy when you're dealing with old slip joints, lots of different tools, maybe a Swiss Army knife, something like that. You can get down and deep into all those little crevices. So awesome little setup here. It's got a pocket clip on here. I don't think anyone's going to be carrying this around all day, so I don't really know the advantage of a pocket clip on this, but hey, clip it to something at your workstation. So that is awesome within itself. The second thing here is a DMT sharpening stone. Okay, interesting. So you have a nice long handle here. Keep your hand out of the way. You do all your sharpening on here. I believe this is fine. Let's refer to our little paper here. Yes, fine grit for everyday sharpening, all-purpose restoration of edges. I don't know about restoration of edges. You need something a little coarser to, bring a real dull edge to a workable edge. But hey, if you got time, I'm sure you can do with that as well. Place bevel at optimal sharpening angle. Stroke edge forward, flip and repeat. So yeah, pretty cool setup. I've never used this particular DMT sharpener before, but I have no doubt that it's going to work well. You can see on the back there some of the other offerings. Wow, all right. Well, hey Gus, you're snoring right in the middle of my video, buddy. Gus, wake up. I know you guys are going to be like, who the hell's snoring in the background? That is my dog. Gus, rise and shine, buddy. All right. I don't feel like editing this video. So anyway, poor baby. I'm going to go give him a treat in a minute. Anyway, there you go. So for your sharpening purposes there. And finally, we have, looks like the liquid version of their polish. Yeah, liquid polish safely cleans, polishes, and protects. This stuff is very versatile. And because pretty much any polishing paste, liquid, any polishing agents is basically a micro abrasive. So what we have here is, in this case, a liquid, and there's lots and lots of teeny little grit, and that is going to actually sharpen. That is an awesome way, kind of a cheap way to throw on, something to throw on your strops to get a really fine edge. Plus you can polish up your edges as well. I actually have a dedicated strop just for that job, where if I want to polish an edge but I don't want to break out any of my systems or anything, I can do that and get a light polish on it and really get a fine edge. So awesome stuff. Like I said, I have a lot of experience with the paste over many years now, but not the liquid. So I'm going to see how that differs in performance as well as ease of use. We will see. But yeah, so I'm kind of just showing this to you because I haven't seen this before, and when I got them, I really wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit for you guys. But ultimately what I'm going to do is in the future, I'm not sure exactly when because I have some other videos planned as well, but I want to take an old slip joint or something and just use this kit to, clean it, lube it, polish it, and sharpen it, and restore it, because that's the purpose, right? It's a knife restoration kit. So stay tuned. You'll see that video in the future. If you guys happen to use this kit before, please let me know what you think of yours, if there's any drawbacks. I mean, just looking at it, I mean, I think everything's cool here. The only thing I would add to this is maybe, the other side of the sharpener being more of a medium or coarse stone, so you can, because if you're restoring an old knife, chances are your edge is going to be pretty beat. And having a fine sharpening system like this, just this, stick sharpener, that's great for like an EDC. That's great for maintaining a blade, but not really restoring it. Having that word restore in there, kind of a big deal to me. So I would have liked to see maybe a coarser stone added to this. But honestly, not a huge deal. I'm going to try to restore it with just these three things because that's what comes in the kit. So stay tuned for that. See, there's the culprit right there. There's the snorer. As promised, I have a treat for you. And although this looks like an Oreo, it's not. It's actually made of carob, which is like fake chocolate, so dogs can have it. Good boy. Yeah. But they do look like human cookies, and I've actually eaten one before. Not bad. I'm not proud of it, but not bad. He's snoring like hell because we finally hooked up his heating blanket because it's been really cold lately. And yeah, he's just completely knocked out of it. So he was snoring super loud. And I hate to wake you up, buddy, but sometimes I gotta make videos, and you can't be making noise in the background. Bugs some people. So, anyway, I love you. You can go back to sleep. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.